Hi everyone, welcome back to Raise to Rise podcast, a place where we discuss bite-sized wisdom nuggets with easy-to-follow practices to live a better life. Raise to Rise podcast is supported by Ayurvedic Seva. Ayurvedic Seva is an herbal dietary supplement line set out to change the industry by dedicating the company to quality, safety, and holistic approach on making the wellness journey safe, healthy, and natural. If you want to start adding some natural herbs in your diet, then head over to ayurvedicseva.com and use our promo code RAISE2RISE for 30% discount. Once again, head over to ayurvedicseva.com and use our promo code RAISE2RISE for 30% discount. I am your host, Mital Patel, a parenting junkie, Ayurveda enthusiast, and an advocate of conscious living. A great Acharya once said, there is no end to learning Ayurveda. You should carefully and constantly devote yourself to its study. Increase your skill by learning from others without jealousy. The wise regard the whole world as their teacher, while the ignorant consider it to be their enemy. And I love that concept of learning every day, be it about Ayurveda or anything to be a better version of myself and serve. My coach, Jay Shetty, says, choose education over entertainment. And since then, I'm always investing my time to learn and share. Today I'm here to share my learning about Vata dosha. For those who are new to the world of Ayurveda, it is a science of positive health and fulfillment in life. The goal of this science of life is to provide us the optimal energy and the intelligence to live long and happily, contributing to the welfare of the world. Ayurveda talks about the concept of constitution, giving us the mind and body type called as doshas. They are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and today we're going to dive deep into Vata dosha. Vata is composed of air and space. It is dry, light, cold, rough, subtle, mobile, and restless. Vata is the wind dosha, so it carries cold and dry energy. It regulates the principle of movement in the body, predominantly in small intestines, colon, bones, pelvic area, belly button, heart, and head. Vata is the root of the doshas, tissues, and the waste material of the body. In its natural state, it sustains effort, exhalation, inhalation, movement, and the discharge of impulses, the equilibrium of the tissues, and the coordination of the senses. Vata is the most important of the three doshas. It governs the other two doshas and is responsible for all physiological processes and organic functions in general. It governs energy, the breath, the nervous, and the sensory systems. It is responsible for homeostasis, the right balance of function in the tissues and organs. For this reason, disturbances in Vata have more severe implications than disturbances of the other two doshas. They affect the mind as well as the entire body through the nervous system. Any bodily motion, including ingestion, nerve impulse, breathing, muscle movements, thinking, creativity, enzyme secretion, bowel movements, urine, sweat, menstruation, orgasm, hearing, touch, emotions, communication, and all other physical movement requires balanced Vata. The doshas, when aggravated, becomes the causative factors in disease and eventually give rise to various symptoms. Diseases are nothing but manifestations of aggravated doshas. For this reason, we need to understand these axis conditions of the doshas carefully along with their effects. Vata imbalances in mind can include insomnia, flakiness, indecisiveness, moodiness, Alzheimer's, loss of memory, forgetfulness, lack of creativity, nervous impulse, mental instability, and fatigue. Some imbalance examples in body includes poor blood circulation, feeling cold all the time, respiratory issues, heart palpitations, hearing problems, loss of senses, osteoporosis, and arthritis. Vata imbalances in digestive system include constipation, bloating, gas, discomfort after eating, loss of appetite, low stomach acid, and inability to assimilate nutrients from all the foods and the wind sitting in the colon. Each dosha has its respective primary sites in the body, though each has its effects on the body as a whole. Its primary site is in the colon, and it is where the gas accumulates. For example, have you ever wondered what happens when we eat on the go or mindlessly while driving? When we drive and eat, we are telling our brain to be focused on the road as well as digest the food because you're eating. Now the brain gets confused. These are the multitasking side effects. It's focused on the road, so forgets to tell stomach to secrete the much needed enzymes to digest our food. Now because of lack of the enzymes when needed, the food sits in the stomach, rots and ferments, causing gas and bloating, and this air then sits in our colon, affecting our digestive system. Hence, Ayurveda says to eat mindfully, not while watching TV, using phones, reading book, or driving. The thighs and hips are the main sites of musculoskeletal movement in the body, which Vata is responsible for. Vata governs the organs of hearing and touch, as they correspond to the elements of ether and the air that it rules. The bones are the tissues belonging to Vata. Vata imbalances in pelvic area include lack of menstruation, inability to have orgasm, vaginal dryness, loss of interest in sex, and infertility. When someone is Vata imbalanced, they can witness themselves being all over the place, rushed, and doing multiple things at a time. Now, Vata can be easily thrown off the balance even if you're not skinny or have dry skin because we have all three doshas in various amount. When we are thrown off of our schedules, we can easily get our Vata imbalanced. Our Vata dosha depends on our set routines, traveling schedules, stress. So basically, any of our daily routine can bring the imbalances in our Vata dosha. Hence, Ayurveda advises to follow the schedules of sun. In short, the irregularity causes Vata imbalances. Now you may ask how to bring this Vata back into balance. We can bring balance by following regular routine, eating warm, cooked, and grounding foods, drinking warm teas, eating root vegetables, keeping our body warm, practicing abhyanga, their self-oil massages, connecting with Mother Nature, etc. Now that we learned about what Vata qualities are, balances and imbalances are, let's look at the connection between Ayurveda and other systems of medicines, particularly those with a naturalistic or energetic basis. Vata is a parallel concept to Qi in traditional Chinese medicine. Both refer to the breath and the vital force. Both are light, mobile, and formless and governs the energy. Just as Qi is the root of yin and yang, so is Vata the root of Kapha and Pitta. Both circulates in the channels and determine the nature of their flow. Yet Ayurveda emphasizes a constitutional model more so than does Chinese medicine, with its doshic types. In the Greek and Islamic systems, Vata, particularly when deranged, corresponds to the black bile. Both are cold and dry and produce dark discoloration in the body. For example, around the eyes, those dark circles, and are behind most chronic diseases. The concept of doshas in one form or another is the basis of all naturalistic forms of medicine. The doshas provide an energetic key to understand the vital forces of the body and their processes of balance and imbalance. Ayurveda gives us perhaps the clearest system as to their workings, particularly relative to the constitutional types and the different individual physical and psychological temperaments that arises from them. This is it for today. Stay tuned to learn more about other two doshas in the next upcoming episodes. Thank you for listening to Race to Rise podcast. We would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about our today's episode. Please let me know you have listened to this episode and fill me with your aha moment. Share it on Instagram, tag me with the hashtag Race to Rise or at Mithal's Conscious Parenting, and I would love to share those to my stories and shout you out there. So please go ahead and tag me on Instagram, and I would also love if you subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. It's our brand new podcast launch, and we have some bonus giveaways going on for the top raters and reviewers. Also, I would love to send you my 7-day parenting journal absolutely for free. All you gotta do is leave me a review in the iTunes store, take a screenshot, and email it over at raisetorisepodcast@gmail.com. Again, take a screenshot of the review and email me at raisetorisepodcast@gmail.com, and I will send you the 7-day parenting journal. Thank you so much for being the active listener of this podcast. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for raising your consciousness and